All eyes are on the trade negotiations between India and the US. The tariff regime of the Trump administration has been brutal. So why the delay? Are Indian red lines brutal? Is America a trade bully? Yes and no, depending on the side you want to believe. The European Union and India have been talking on and off about a free trade deal for 17 years. Yes, 17 years. And they're still talking. India and the United States have been negotiating their own trade deal for months. Progress slow. This is the reality of international negotiations. They drag, they stall, and often they collapse. So why is it so hard for countries to agree? This is Quick Take, your quick guide. I'm Smita Prakash. First, the issues are complex. It's not just about lowering tariffs, it's also about data flows, labor rights, agriculture subsidies, and environmental issues. These issues are linked. Touch one, and 5 others get pulled in. Second, the number of players has exploded. Earlier, only a few Western powers sat at the table. Now every nation wants its say, and rightfully so. But add on non-state actors, lobbies, business groups and activists, and the room is crowded. For example, when dealing with the EU, if the Baltic nations agree, then the Brussels lobby will say no, and vice versa. Third, politics. Every leader has to protect domestic interests. India, for example, cannot open its dairy and agriculture markets for the United States to the extent that the US wants. Even Europe resists, so does South Korea. Japan didn't, and you saw the reaction. Look at America. They have forced ByteDance to sell TikTok and have imposed a series of bans and restrictions on China's Huawei. That means taking tough positions, even if it slows the talks. Fourth, democracy and media. Negotiators are no longer operating in secret rooms. Talks are live tweeted. Interest groups shout from the sidelines. We are seeing what Lutnick and Navarro are doing. Leaders have to hit the mute button if they need to, and they have to show their people that they are not selling out. This makes flexibility harder. So what tactics do countries use? One is delay. Drag the talks, tire out the other side, and hope they give in. Another is linkage. Say yes to my demand, or I block you on something else. Trade can get tied up with visas, climate commitments, or defense contracts. Then there's brinkmanship. Push talks to the edge, threaten to walk out, and squeeze concessions at the last minute. Remember Brexit between Britain and the EU? And sometimes it's shock and bully, like when Donald Trump slapped a 50% tariff on Indian goods. That set the bar sky high. So suddenly, anything less than 25% or say about 10% looks like a bargain. It's a negotiation trick. Start extreme and then make the other side feel relieved when you soften. More than just trade, at the heart of it all, international negotiations are about protection. Protecting farmers, protecting jobs, protecting industries from foreign competition. Every country fears opening its doors too much, too fast. That's when deals take years, because nations are not just bargaining over trade, they are bargaining over identity, sovereignty, and survival in a competitive world. International negotiations are complex, not because leaders enjoy endless meetings, but because every comma in a treaty can affect millions of livelihoods. That's why India and the EU are still at the table after 17 years. And that's why trade talks with the United States stretch on for months. And that's why global negotiations, from climate change to trade, often feel like a marathon, not a sprint.